Here we go, second quest in the Endwalker expansion coming up. Standing here on the shore, next to this Lalafell Wameme, who has things to say. Greetings, traveler, and welcome to Sharlayan. If it's knowledge you seek, you've come to the right place. Who are you? I am Wameme, an occasional lecturer at the Studium. I specialize in natural geography, including the history of the world's topography and climate transitions. I like to come here for a bit of fresh air between classes, but for some reason I'm asked for directions rather often. So I decided, why not act as a guide? So tell me about this place. Sharlayan is the city of knowledge, once a humble settlement founded by Archon Nunkrempf. Archon Nunkrempf. And the refugees he rescued. once founded by Archon and the refugees he rescued from the great flood of the 6th Umbral Calamity. It has since flourished into the grand metropolis you see today. Prior to the Exodus, it was common among Eorzeans to refer to our Dravanian colony with the shorthand Sharlayan, which resulted in the colonists unofficially dubbing our homeland Old Sharlayan, or the Old World. Alas, the name appears to have stuck. But old or new, we continue seeking knowledge from all over the world to record in the Bibliotheca Historica, among other collections of invaluable wisdom and unpronounceable titles. Okay, thanks. Keep staring at the water. I don't think there's anything out there. Hey, there's somebody out there. On the very edge, also staring out. I have to go see who that is before I move on. So it is early on Sunday morning now. This would be the third day of the early access pre-launch thing. Hey, there's two guys here. What are you guys looking for? What are you guys doing? Name Phenomi. The waves are looking nice and calm. Accidents around here are rare, but it pays to remain vigilant. Oh, I see. They're looking for accidents. Okay. Whatever you say. The cargo list was already submitted. Let me check the registry, says this woman. They're busy on the docks here. Yeah, so it's the third day of early access, and the servers have been plagued by congestion and people not being able to log in, and queues in the thousands, and, you know, the standard launch stuff. So I haven't even really bothered to log in until this morning. This is only the second time I've logged in. It's Sunday morning now. I didn't really have much of a queue logging in on Sunday morning. Of course, that means I have to play really early in the morning. So here we go. I think we're probably just going to get a tour of the city now. Old Sharlayan, new to you. And we're gonna get more gear. Krile sweeps the scions with a speculative look. Please be voice acted. Oh god, it's not voice acted. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I'd learned. Whoa, stop auto-advancing. But this is Tyauv and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldesion Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levallois estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. Me too. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home, says Ishtola. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip, says Thancred. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. Bye, Urianger. And what of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But I could... oh, okay. Oh, Estinian, what can you do? Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course. If you will have me. Come, Tyauv, Sharlayan awaits. Okay. Are none of you gonna say anything about my new hair? I've been letting it grow out since the last expansion, you know. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? Who, Estinians? Or Grahas. Estinians didn't have any sort of enthusiasm that I saw. After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Well, thanks, Graha. Graha Tia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Graha Tia behind by entering a different area, using the Ethernet, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Graha Tia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Graha Tia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Graha Tia is accompanying you, next try speaking with Krile. Okay. All set? Then let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Ah. Krile is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Krile at the designated location. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Well, this is the first new sort of thing in the game. Wait, what do you guys were talking and I missed what you guys were saying here. Talk again. Hey, they are actually accompanying me. What will you do? Talk or part ways? I'm grateful to have Krile's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it with all new eyes, as you are. Ugh, so early. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. You know, I was actually kind of dreading doing this quest because I thought it was just going to be a stock standard tour of the city where you just go to the stock standard places and click on the stock standard things and get the stock standard, here's this thing and here's that thing. Which is one reason why I wasn't actually all that anxious to log back in to do the second quest. But they seem to have come up with a new way to do the tour of the city that allows me, the player, to control what's going on. Except they're not really saying things about what I want them to say things about. Is this all the cargo? I should triple check. That guy's gonna be standing there checking that cargo for the entirety of the expansion. Talk about OCD. Badoom-tsh. Oh, there's a conversation point. Worldly Affairs. Hello, Worldly Affairs official. It seems you've already been approved for entry. Just try not to cause any trouble while you're here. Oh, this is where we checked in. I didn't recognize it. I recognize that Lalafell now. The Scholar's Harbor. Is this the last stand? This is the peristyle. Let's discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by the immigration officials, after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan, the same way it is in Eorzea. This place is called the Peristyle, and it is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay, so the lesson we've learned there is talk to Krile first, and then Grahatia. What do you guys do? If your gathering and crafting is your game, then speak with Grig here. He'll find you some of the most lucrative work around. Oh, so this is the gathering and crafting place. I see. So we've already attuned to this Ethernet shard. Where's the crystal? It's up there somewhere. I already talked to Wameme. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliac Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliac was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Sharlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Now that is one sight I could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldesion, I was usually quartered in the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Unfortunate that I chose to be facing away from the statue for all of that dialogue, and it wouldn't let me turn around when I was talking to them. Can we walk all the way out here? I hereby swear I shall become an Archon if it's the last thing I do. I don't see any conversations bubbles over there, so... What is that? Somebody just disappeared in a blaze of glory over there. Alidus. Though the waters here are calm, perils lurk below the surface. A miracle we were able to come make port at all, without floundering, really. Wait, do you mean floundering, or do you mean foundering? I get those two words confused a lot, too. I believe foundering is the term when you're discussing nautical matters, Alidus. Did you not know that? Ships founder, they don't flounder. Flounder is a fish. Oh, okay, that is a conversation point. Leonard. Hello. The statue of Thaliak is just past the stoa. I would advise against trying to see it from here, though. Strain yourself too hard and you're like to fall into the water. Yeah, I don't think I can see it from here. Can't see it. Can you actually go into the thing? Well, now I have to see if you can go in. The Scholar. Oh no, we can't go inside. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, we're getting off track here. Let's get back to the conversation bubbles. That doesn't look like a conversation bubble. Oh, it's the last stand. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. There was another conversation bubble over here somewhere, wasn't there? Maybe, maybe not. I guess not. Oh, it's a hunting board. The clan hunting board is covered in bills. Alright, so I need to remember the hunting board for when I get closer to level 90? What is the level cap now? What level am I? I'm level 80 right now, right? Yes. So when I get closer to level 90, I'm gonna want to do those. So I collect those tokens so that I can buy the gear that will let me get from the level cap to the first instances. Nothing beats a fresh brew of something something, that guy said. Ah yes, the last stand. Now this is an inviting aroma. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. It's encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment toward cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall that their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Taturu has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh boy, it's a lot of talking early in the morning. The students of Baldesion would send us to investigate phenomena in locations across the world, so our funds were always stretched thin, and any spare coin I had went to books that caught my eye. Food was the least of my concerns, though now, having lived through some rather harrowing times, I've learned what a fortunate thing it is to be able to eat your fill. On to the Aetheryte Plaza we go. We just need to head up the stairs next to the last stand. Those stairs? Or these stairs? Hey, how's the food in here, Gisla? The Gazette featured a piece about a so-called champion of Eorzea. They say this barbaric hero has prevailed in a multitude of battles like some avatar of perfected violence. And it's almost uncanny how closely you match the given description. What an odd coincidence. That was pretty funny. The oven-baked lobster is one of the last stand's most famous dishes. The flavor is said to be phenomenal, but unfortunately, so is the price. There's some grumbling among your patrons here, Akiza. Welcome! Welcome! Step right in. If you've placed your order, find yourself a seat, and we'll be along shortly. I haven't done that. Alright, let's move. Going up the stairs. Wait. What's this place? Oh, are you where I order food from? Welcome to the last stand. As the final, and some say only, bastion of fine dining in Sharlayan, we guarantee a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. Okay, if you say so. To the Scholar's Harbor we go. And the Archon's design. Hey, I was looking all over for you two. You weren't looking for help with another experiment, are you? I just remembered that I'm terribly busy. Farewell. Comedy. It's what's for breakfast. Wait, where are we going? Is there anything down here to look at? So, okay, so the problem with the bubbles and being able to go where you want is I feel like now there's a chance that I'm gonna miss something if I happen to walk the wrong direction. Are you a ghost? for conversation bubbles, but I don't see any. Okay, I'm starting to think they basically just want us to walk towards the destination, and then maybe there'll be a conversation bubble on the way. It's not like I'm gonna walk to the other side of the city and find an optional conversation bubble. Did you guys know you have a void into the pits of darkness in the middle of your city? What was that? That must have been a player thing. The Aetheryte looks different from how I remember it. An unusual shape, isn't it? I can't tell, because I can't turn around now. Because I chose to face the wrong way by talking to you. I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning Aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much-vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allagan Aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Oh, it is a rather unusual shape, isn't it? It's like a snake. Oh, the markets! I always did look forward to seeing what new wares they had on offer. You've attuned yourself to the Aetheryte, then let's continue on to the Agora. Oh, I bet she said something to remind me if I forgot. Players have very funny costumes in this game. You are very unusually dressed citizens around here in Sharlayan. Vassal dear, why are you standing here off to the side? Well met, good lady. I am Basildir, one of the foremost scholars in the field of comparative mythology. It has been my life's work to scrutinize the myths of people across the land and throughout the ages, trying to glimpse the truth that hides behind commonalities these timeless stories share. Okay. Are we allowed to go in here? Nope. You guys are gatekeeping. Edith, what are you doing? Labyrinthos is host to numerous research facilities, so as you can imagine, I end up fielding quite an assortment of requests from the researchers, even listing them all up for the gleaners to deal with has been a trying task. And so was reading that sentence. Oh, pardon me, I coordinate the acquisition of academic supplies for the studium, and this deluge of requests for subjects from far-flung lands has given me a splitting headache. Sorry. Sorry to be a foreigner in your city. Excuse me. Hey, it's the old Sharlayan Aetheryte Plaza. I forgot to say that before. Okay, short break there to refresh my coffee. You know, I keep hearing... It sounds like a rattler in the background of this music, which sounds like something that's happening in the room behind me as I'm wearing headphones, and it's very distracting. It's like some sort of shaker they're using that has a lot of reverb on it, so it sounds like it's distant and far away, and it sounds like something my cat is doing behind me that I need to investigate. Hey, what is this Archon's design, Krile? That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Okay, I have it locked in my memory now. Trying to take screenshots and stuff. Because I figure I might want to write about this in a blog post, but to be honest, I'm not going to write very much about this game. What will you do? Discuss the Confluence with Graha. Speaking of Aetherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mrs. Toturu informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That, and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. Wait, you Scions don't have to pay transportation fees? What? The Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties. Wait, I've never reimbursed for my transportation costs. What? I have to have stern words with Toturu. I've never been reimbursed for my transportation costs. I'm going to rebel. It's time for a workers' union strike against the Scions. Where are we going now? Where did you say for us to go? To the Agora. That would be the library, of course. Is this an Agora? Wait, no. It says the Agora. I thought an Agora in old Roman times was a library. They're telling me it's a marketplace. What's this? These little open-air bookstalls are so uniquely Sharlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. Open-air bookstalls, huh? Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Oh, perhaps I'll return here later then. Say something. Say something, NPC. I'm just standing here. Feel free to buy a book. Actually, you can just take them, because you can't interact with me, so it's not like you can pay for the books or anything. I can almost read the titles on the books, but I can't. This one appears to be about snails. Okay, moving on. I wonder if we'll run into the other Scions at some point. I'm just gonna assume that I'm not missing anything if I walk in the direction I'm supposed to go. Anything worth cracking my coin purse for today, I wonder? Cracking coin purses. Ha, that's a reference to the first. Cracking coin purses was quite a thing back in Shadowbringers. There's that shaker sound again. That's really jarring. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Once again, I have turned the wrong direction. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Do I need to mend anything while I'm here? Nope. Full plate armoire proprietor. What? Oh, he's called the full plate armor proprietor because he's wearing full plate. I see. So this is where we would buy if for some reason we don't get the set from the quests. We can come back here and buy them if we need to. So what is my new gear gonna look like? Oh, that's rather meh. I feel like that is something I've seen before. The longer I play this game, the more the outfits are basically all the same. Well, why does it have to zoom in right on her crotch? What? Well, that's kind of weird. It doesn't... I can't pan this thing up and down. Alright, anyway, moving on. This way. It is a fascinating experience to walk around the city and contrast my image of the past with the reality of the present. The building we're looking for sits at the top of the stairs at the north of the Aetheryte. Just keep walking up and you'll reach it eventually. The district we're passing through is called Archon's Design, a name which honors the 7 individuals whose contributions were instrumental in the founding of Sharlayan. It is the city's political and financial center, and it also hosts a collection of research institutions. Okay. What? Wait, which way are we going? This seems to be the only way to go, so I guess we're going this way. Ah, the Archon's Design, just as you said. A bunch of buildings. It almost looks like a city. Any conversation bubbles over here? That's Journey's End. A lot of people lagging. I should probably hurry this up before the server congestion knocks me offline or something. Whoa, what? Why did I move sideways like that? Oh, I think I accidentally hit a strafe key. I was like, I thought I hit an invisible wall or something. I did attune to the Aetheryte, didn't I? I'm not sure that I did. I don't think I did. I'm in Ilzabard, right? I think I forgot to attune to the Aetheryte. Oh well. I hope I don't have to teleport anywhere. Okay, this time, let's face the right direction. Because surely they're going to be talking about the building here. Ah, what an invigorating breeze. A touch biting, perhaps, but pleasant nonetheless. Oh, he was talking about the that? Nope, I was trying to click on Krile. This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Well, feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councilors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Oh, I think I passed it already. Yes, it's quite a view, isn't it? Almost like we should take a screenshot. Hey, the sun's coming up. We've been walking and touring all night. It's actually not a great screenshot. It's okay, I guess. You know, for a second there, it looked like that player was looking at my instance of Krile. That was interesting. The district of Journey's End occupies the eastern block of the city, so all we need to do is take the stairs down from the rostra, and keep heading east, of course. Do you not feel the cold? Granted, it is not terribly chilly for these northern climes, but compared to the temperate weather of Limsa. Oh, there's a shard here. People are already sprinting to get through the expansion as fast as they can. Sprinting around to every Ethernet shard. Hey, the sun's up. Hey, now we can take a good screenshot. Kind of. I don't know, the colors are still very muted and kind of blah in this game. Well, that's a cool screenshot. Me and Graha investigating Sharlayan. What happened to all the optional conversation bubbles? I haven't seen any. Journey's End. This neighborhood is home to the highest echelons of Sharlayan society. I never did feel comfortable enough to wander these streets on a whim. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Nionkrepf built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levelure. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldesion Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down toward the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza. Correct. After you, Tyauv. I didn't get any of those directions. I don't know what you're talking about. Ah, the good old Annex. I used to bunk there whenever I had business in the city proper. Like the time I came to submit the thesis for my Archon qualification. Have I tired you out with all this walking? Not to worry, I had rooms prepared for you at the Annex. Just follow the path to the west side of the Aetheryte, and we'll be there in no time. I literally cannot process any of the stuff that you're saying to me. Which way was I supposed to go? Let's consult the mini-map and look for the little red mark. That guy's doing the same stuff I am. Hey, are you sisters? Or something? What are you guys talking about? Why don't you have a conversation? Say something funny. Now! Immediately! Oh, that one's walking away. Fine. Ox Landing. My friends and I gather here from time to time to discuss what we've been reading recently. It's truly helped us broaden our intellectual horizons. Artibber. My mother told me never to talk to strangers, so I'm ignoring you. See? This is me paying you no mind at all. Huh. People just sitting there reading books. Wait, am I going the right way? Where am I going? It's a conversation bubble. I must be heading the right way. Say something funny. Man, nobody's saying anything funny. Sharlayan is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Right, we crossed this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza. So this is the rich side of town. Don't fall in and die, kid. It's clouding up. Oh man, it was sunny and bright. But now it's clouding over again, and all the color is gone again. This looks like a very large city. Are we able to fly around this city? I haven't seen anybody flying. Here it is. This is it, the Baldesion Annex. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldesion Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorsteps of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. Okay. I'm back, and I've brought Tyauv and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Raha, it's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Tyauv. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika Tsunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administrative Officer for the students of Baldesion. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Ojika? Oh yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores, and the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. Well, rise what? In rebellion? What? What are you talking about, Krile? What an odd way to phrase that. But first, never mind about the rebellion. First, we must ensure that the Telophoroi fall. That's what we're here for. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. That door right there. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. Through that other door? Is that where we rest? I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Okay. Whoa! I found all the other players. Do you have papers pasted on the walls of your room? 'Twas not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such, and then forget to take them when they went on their merry way. Sometimes it was quite deliberate, though. You might see complaints addressed to other members, or a thank you card for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved traditions, that I should know better than to dwell upon. If we are to create a future for the students of Baldesion and so many others, we must look to the days ahead. That's right, we're here to stop the end of the world, or something like that. So this is gonna be my inn. Welcome back, Tyauv. Ready for a nap? Let's see what my room looks like. Man, I just cannot talk this morning. Clean sheets and a warm blanket await. Rest as long as you like. I don't know who's talking half the time. Whoa, my room is full of books, and then there are actually notes on the walls. That's pretty funny, and a poster of Ifrit, I think. There's one of Behemoth. I think Behemoth, yeah. That's the one from the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I believe. Well, I guess we won't get any ghostly visitors in our room this time. Into the main hall to finish the quest. This is the main hall. Ooh, saucy posters on the wall. And maps. Many, many maps. Interesting pictures here. I feel like I should take a screenshot of this. Seems like a fun place. Not as colorful as the Crystarium, though. Feeling refreshed and alert, our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. And there they are.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
I will never ever understand why they don't have the spacebar advance the text. Spacebar brings up this menu. But in this case, I'm going to do it manually. I have to click the left button somewhere, which means I have to have the pointer on the screen somewhere. It's kind of annoying. It's been like that the whole time, and they've never done anything about it. I'll try to move it way over into the corner here. Right, let's get down to business, and thank God it's voice acted.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
Does anyone have any opinions in between those two?
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he'd simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldesion. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavner. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
You know, if they're gonna zoom in on something during the cutscene, they should really maybe use a higher resolution texture. They do that all the time in this game. They zoom in on things, but they don't increase the resolution of the texture so it looks all pixelated and low resolution. I should probably be paying attention to the story. Okay, Lunar Primal, got it. Gasp.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavner would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnerian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
I think I see where this is going. We have a choice of which direction to go first in this expansion, just like we did last time.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Leave it to me.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
Who cares about them?
As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
Ooh la la.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Ishtola always going for the books.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course! The more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Hooray! The story begins at last. Old Sharlayan, new to you, quest complete. Finally. New music for the quest complete. Is this going to be that chest piece that I looked at before? A Gaja skin jacket of aiming. Wait, is this better? It is better. Item level 515. It's not a higher item level though. Oh yes it is. What is my highest item level? 520 is the highest item level I got. Putting it on. Yep, that's what I was looking at before. It looks very Sharlayan. I look like a student. Alright, let's go into our armory here. Make sure we get rid of the old one. Where is the old one? Crystarium coat of aiming. Return that to our inventory so we know to get rid of it. Did I update my thing? My item level is up to 506. Impressive. Not really. Oh, we don't know our next scenario quest because we have to choose between Thancred and that place they're going, and Krile and that place they're going, which I've already forgotten. Alright. I've recorded probably 2 hours of videos and I've completed exactly 2 quests in the Endwalker expansion. Yay, we're just flying through this expansion.